Hello, this is Improv. We're Sheep Meadow. I'm Morgan Phillips, and with me is Mimi Fisher, and she's
I,
yeah. Say something.
I'm in transit, everybody. I'm sure you can tell if you can see my face.
So, as you might have been able to tell from that,
I'm moving, rushing to our, yes.
right, and so her sound has been going in and out a little bit. I don't know if it's just on my end or whether that is on the broadcast as well. We've decided we're going to make the best of it, and if this violates the rules of improv, so be it. This is a person in a basement and person in a taxi cab improv set. Maybe it'll be easier for me to go to Twitter and get a suggestion for us. Let me see here. The is Kristen Maldonado, who is a professional a cappella singer that I follow on Twitter, and it's an incredibly boring tweet. Sorry, Kristen Maldonado. Perfect night out in NYC with friends. Heart. It's got a picture of a heart. And then there's an Instagram picture of her with a bunch of smiling young people. Perfect night out in NYC with friends. Heart.
Thank you. All right. Well, you can say you have friends, but I'm alone. So that's it. And that's why I'm just traveling around in New York by night. I have nothing better to do.
Oh, well, that's funny because to me it seems super glamorous to be traveling around at night in New York. I I'd want to be friends with somebody who did that sort of thing.
You are friends with me. You are friends with me.
Oh no, yeah, right. I didn't mean to.
You're my only friend, actually.
Oh well, that can't be true. I mean, that'd be super lonely if that was true.
With you.
Look, I can't understand what you're saying right now. The connection isn't great, but I can't imagine that you actually don't have any other friends. I mean, you must have some other friends somewhere. I'm just a pen pal. We do the occasional video chat. I'm not your only friend, right?
You are my only friend. I drove everybody else away. I just drove them away. Sometimes actually literally in a car and said goodbye.
Beatrice, even when we're on the video chat, sometimes I can't tell from your tone when you're joking or not. I mean, because you die. A person would die if they didn't. You need friends around you. I mean, that'd be the most lonely and pathetic existence I can imagine if a pen pal, an occasional video chat buddy was your only friend. It's funny for you to say that, but to be honest with me, I mean, you've never mentioned any other friends, but we don't talk about that sort of thing. We mostly talk about movie trivia and the day-to-day grind.
Melanie, I envy you, your husband and children. I have nobody at all. I drove them all away. It's not, and also actually parenthetically, I have no sense of humor, so I don't even know.
Oh well, come on! I'm gonna have to disagree with that. A lot of the things you say, if they weren't meant as jokes, and they were pretty sad and pretty depressing. I mean, a lot of the stuff you say, like when you're always that whole joke you always do about, I'm really going to do it this time. I'm really going to kill myself. It's hilarious.
Oh, I say it with a smile on my face, and I'm laughing, and you're so right. And it's so not a joke. True. No, I understand that you'd be confused because I have a good humor about it, not in terms of a comedy sense of humor, but just a good attitude about the fact that it might be the end for me. Like, I might be doing it this time.
Here you go again, your famous suicidal joke.
know, it's amazing. Time, right?
You are a hoot. You are just a hoot.
I know. I have to say, I'm so embarrassed. I did not see that Masters of the Galaxy. I haven't seen it. I just didn't get around to it. I've been so busy
I'm pretty sure I
seeing
told you that
it.
I wouldn't be friends with you anymore unless you'd seen Masters of the Galaxy by the next time we talked.
Uh, oh, oh, I've just been so busy. Please just give me one more chance, just between
Well,
now and the next time.
how can you be busy when you don't have any friends and all you're doing is sitting around thinking about killing yourself, supposedly?
That's
Come
that's
on.
that's actually very time consuming. It's practically a full-time job.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. We're joking with each other.
I know, it's amazing. It's so
Yeah,
fun.
it is fun. It's funny. Sometimes I get a little scared. Like maybe I'm the only friend in the world of a person who would kill themselves if I ever like was say going on an extended vacation where I wouldn't have access to the internet or that sort of thing. Or but if it was really the case that you were that what you're saying is true and wasn't a joke.
Well, I pray internet access stays as fast and efficient as it was, and I know with your husband and kids, it's so difficult to organize a family vacation.
It is. That's why we've been working on it for a couple months.
Oh, well, honestly, I pray that never works out, and you never do manage to get to Disney World, and you
Disney
have
World.
a staycation.
Yeah,
staycations are the best.
We were talking about Disney World. That's right. I mentioned it to you. We found out about this whole thing called ecotourism. I don't know if you've heard of it. We're actually going to be going. It's very exciting. We're going to be going to the Galapagos Islands for 3 months.
Oh, the blue-footed boobies.
Yeah, that's one of the creatures. That's right. There's so many crazy creatures there. It's going to be really exciting, but they make a big deal about it because I guess people get there and they're like, "Where's the internet?" But they make a big deal about it. That there's no. Are you okay? Oh, motorcycle. Okay.
Yes, it's hectic out here on the street at night in New York.
Yeah,
and
it's so exciting.
I'm also kind of shocked that that does sound like an amazing trip. It'll be halfway down the block on the right.
Yeah, it's just first when I heard no internet, of course the first thing I thought was, well, how am I gonna have my video chats? And then Henry was just sort of it'll be fine. It's not like you're her only friend. She can video chat with someone else. And I was like, yeah, of course. She must have other friends. Sometimes she jokes about not having any friends, about how if I ever cut off contact with her for any reason, even if it was no fault of my own, that she would probably take her life. And he was saying, well, that's silly. She's clearly joking. And I said, of course she is. She has a wonderful sense of humor. And that's how that conversation went with Henry, my husband.
It's not true, though.
What aspect is not true?
Truth. I have no other concern listening to you. Good Lord. Is that was a joke?
Sorry? What would you say?
Do you really think this is all a joke? My life at night? You see me alone all the time in taxis. That's when we talk.
Well, yeah, I thought you took taxis because if you took the subways, then there'd be too many people around, too much noise and distraction. So you let your friends go in the subway and you just take a taxi out of consideration for our video chats. Just like I'm down here in the rumpus room, and Henry and the kids are off in other rooms out of consideration for the video chat.
Melanie, I have to say, I love your rumpus room even more than I love you. The pictures that your kids draw are so adorable. Your rumpus room is so warm and inviting. It's just so beautiful. The high point of my week when I get to talk to you. Full, beautiful life.
Oh, well,
This is
that's wonderful. I just feel like you should be able to find something more fun in New York City than a Midwestern woman's rumpus room. Don't they have
I'm
like the
tired
Empire
of New
State
York.
Building and um,
That's for tourists. I'm a native New Yorker. I don't do that stuff.
well, then how about the Rockettes, Radio City Music Hall Rockettes? Well, I don't know. I don't know what you do when you live in New
I
York.
don't do that. When are you coming to New York? I'll take you to all those places.
Oh, that's the other thing. You know how we were talking about maybe being able to come in the fall? Henry and I were looking over the family budget, and this 2-month ecotourism thing is really, we're gonna have to put off any traveling for a while.
Wait, you're choosing a. You'd rather go to the Galapagos than come visit me?
Oh no, that's not. I mean, it's apples and oranges. This is a family. It's a family ecotourism trip versus a really fun friend trip. These are apples and oranges. It's not one or the other. It's just, I can't do a family ecotourism trip to New York. That's not a thing.
Oh, then we have a tremendous amount of environment here.
Yes, but not, no blue-footed boobies.
Oh, honey, I'll paint my feet blue and dance around with my boobies out for you and your family if it means you can come and visit me.
Oh, well, you see, you do have a sense of humor, because if that wasn't a joke, then that would mean you were literally offering to dance naked for my family, which would be really inappropriate. So, of course, that was a joke. You didn't mean that literally. Right? You didn't mean that literally. Right? You didn't mean that literally. The signal's breaking up, so I couldn't tell whether you confirmed that you didn't mean that literally.
I mean it literally, and it's not a joke.
Okay, well, maybe
I'm telling you no.
It sounded like you said you mean it literally and it's not a joke, but maybe the signal broke up between it, so you meant to say, or you said, I don't mean it literally. It's not a joke, and then the signal cut off at the critical words, because that would be really a weird thing to do. I'm just going back in my mind and revising a lot of the conversations we had, some of the pen pal letters. Wow. I think you must be in the elevator or something right now, because it's frozen from as far as I can see. But I think you need help. I think you need professional help, and I think that maybe I've been making it worse by telling you about. I know I think of my life as really boring, but even though we don't really focus on that sort of thing, I must have made mention of all the love I have.
I'm nervous.
Oh, you're back. Okay. What are you nervous about? You didn't? Did you kill yourself? I can't see you or hear you right now. Did you? Please tell me. Please tell me that you didn't kill yourself. Please, is this a joke? I can't see you or hear you. Where? Henry? Henry? Can you hear me, Henry? Henry? I guess you can't hear me. Okay, this is probably going to be watched by the police for evidence, I guess. They'll probably look at what you were last doing on your cell phone or your computer, and they'll find this. And so I should explain, if there are any police officers watching this, I had no idea. In retrospect, this was a very damaged, mentally ill woman who I was pen pals and video chat pals with. But I have this whole image that's been painted for me in the media of the New York sense of humor. That, oh my God!
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh my God! That was not a funny joke, but that was a joke. You disappeared like that. I didn't know
You
what.
thought that I finally did it. You thought I finally did it.
Maybe I thought. I don't know. I don't know what I thought.
The joke's on you. The joke is on you, Melanie.
Right. You are a jokester and a prankster.
I know. So,
oh gosh.
And this is my home. You've never seen it before. I've always been out in night taxis, but I just feel like I want to stay still. I know. It's not as good as your child's drawings and paintings and your children's drawings.
Nice
they are so talented. I mean,
they get it from their dad. They don't get it from me.
Rose is just she's an artist already, and Michael.
I feel the same way.
He can be like an architect. They are amazing.
He is.
Children.
Yeah, that Lego construction I showed you. That was
I know.
really beyond his age level. I thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have that kind of thing in my life. I did. I used to have it.
Oh, you did? Okay, so this is just a recent thing, the downer period you've been in.
Well, yeah, the last 10 years or so.
Oh.
I consider that recent.
No,
yeah.
Okay. No, I was saying I was hoping for more recent than that, but that's 10 years with no friends or.
Well, there was, over the 10 years, there was an attrition period, so I may have started with a few, but it was my choice. I just sort of dropped them out of my life for one reason or another.
Oh, well, okay, see, it's by choice. So when you were talking about driving people away, I was thinking it was more of an involuntary thing. But if you're just sort of a loner, then that's a reason to live. That's, you live for yourself and for the fun times you have driving around all alone.
I'm dying of loneliness. I'm dying of loneliness. It's just that I'm so picky about people. I mean, people, if they slurp their soup in a horrible way, or if they're mean and gossipy, or there are so many things that turn me off of people, and then I just drive them out of my life, and then I regret, but I can't go back because I couldn't deal with them.
Well, it sounds to me like if anybody has anything even vaguely interesting about them, then you can't deal with them. And I don't know how that makes me feel about how you must perceive me. I mean, don't I have any qualities that rise beyond extremely average that might offend someone?
Extremely average? Not at all. You're up on a pedestal. You are a kind, good person with responsibility and love. You're an amazing person.
Okay, so we'll say one exceptional or interesting thing about me then, other than my family, and that I'm nice.
Why? Those things are already exceptional enough.
Okay, so you can't say
they?
anything about it. So I'm just the plain vanilla ice cream, and you have a very picky palate.
Yes, and exactly, and that's a great thing. I mean, I admire you so much. That's exactly right.
You admire me for being plain vanilla ice cream?
Gourmet vanilla ice cream with real flecks of real vanilla bean, not any fake corn syrup, fake flavors, and really amazing, and milk from cows that are very, very loved. And
I would love to have some toppings at least. If I'm going to be vanilla ice cream, some crunched up peanuts or some fudge sauce.
But Melanie, that's why you like me. I'm nothing but crunch and fudge sauce.
Yes, you're an interesting person who I enjoy conversing with.
And that's what you want. I want exalted plain vanilla, and that's you. But that's not an insult. It's a total compliment.
Okay, I just say it's hard. Everyone likes to think of themselves as interesting.
I think you're amazingly interesting.
Okay, well,
your purity is interesting.
My lack of interestingness is interesting. Is that what? My pure boringness is interesting.
No, I've never seen this side of you before, this snarky side.
Well, I don't show this side, I try not to because I'm polite. And I don't go around telling people about my problems and saying things that are so outlandish that people assume I'm joking when I am not joking over the course of 2 or 3 years of pen paling and video chatting.
Well,
That's not the sort of thing I do.
You're getting a lot of crunch to you, and it isn't good. That's
Oh, you don't like it when I get crunchy, do you?
No, I don't.
Want plain vanilla. Well, let me tell you something. New York City is full of muggers and rats, and I wouldn't go there if someone paid me. If I won it on Wheel of Fortune and it was all expenses paid in a fancy hotel, I wouldn't go to New York City. I would rather go anywhere. I would rather go to Dubuque. I would rather go to...
Well, Dubuque is just a 2-hour car ride from where you live, so that's really not much.
It was the first destination that I thought of. I'm saying anywhere other than New York.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to insult me, I live in New York, so I know that it's full. I know it's full of muggers and rats because I live here. So
why don't you move? Just take some agency in your life, get some friends, and move out of this shitty city.
Well, I have my enormous real estate business here that I have to maintain. You don't need to win Wheel of Fortune. I can just finance your whole trip if you want to come.
No, I'm saying that if I did win Wheel of Fortune, I wouldn't go. So I'm not going.
Melanie, I might be your Wheel of Fortune. I can just host you and your family. I can put you up in a suite in one of my hotels.
Fortune. What does that mean?
I'm willing to buy your affection if that's what it takes. I want you to come to New York and have brunch.
Well, how long of a stay are we talking?
As long as you can.
Well, I'm just saying we have 2 months blocked off.
Okay, 2 months is awesome. Let's do that.
Well, you're not saying you'd be willing to put us up in a fancy hotel, the whole family, for 2 months.
I own the hotel.
So it'd be free of charge for the whole family to stay in there?
Absolutely.
But that's all it would be? It would just be the hotel, or would it be sort of all expenses paid in my idea of what a game show situation would be? As far as, seeing some shows and...
Oh my God. You are just as venal and flawed as everybody else in my life.
Well, you said you would be our Wheel of Fortune, and if you didn't mean you'd be fully a Wheel of Fortune, then I'm not asking anything unusual. That's on you. That's on you.
Of course I would pay for everything, but it's just your attitude and the glint in your eye and that thing that people have in them. You have it.
Crunch. Well, I'm sorry if I turned out to be crunchier than you thought I was.
Well, be happy. You're interesting. Now you're interesting, and I don't think we can be friends anymore, so tonight might really be the night.
Okay, please.
And I never even saw Masters of the Galaxy yet. I wanted to talk to you about it.
Well, okay. Watch Masters of the Galaxy and then video chat me, and we'll see what happens.
I would like to, but I don't think I can anymore. Goodbye, Melanie.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? Because I'm willing to still. Okay. Maybe
You're
it's for the
crunchy.
best. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. I'm
Bye.
gonna hang up now.
Bye.
Here we go. Okay. Henry, you have to. When police go into someone's apartment after they've... Yeah, can you hear me? When police go into someone's apartment after they've killed themselves, do they check the computer and phone?
What are you talking about, woman?
When people go into Never mind. I just finishing my video chat. Are you guys still playing Jenga?
We are, but we have to plan this trip. We have to plan the Galapagos trip and
Yeah,
really
okay.
nail down the flight so we can book our hotel. So
Okay, let's do that.
I thought you were going to do that with us, honey.
I will. Yeah, I'm done now. I'll just shut off the computer. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. And see.
So, I want to plug the fact that Morgan is awesome, and everybody has always known it, but now he's going to be awesome on Lloyd Night. So that's
just based on this improv set.
It's from this set. That's what happened. Is they saw this set coming, and actually, that's just from this set. So congratulations, Morgan.
Thank you very much. So that was a fun experiment with the crowd and everything. I hope if there's anyone out there watching, hope you enjoyed it. E-MPROV.com, E-MPROV.com. There's other sets up there from tonight, and there's archive sets from previous nights. I know the Lightning Bros went right before us.
And Hector was before them.
So check those sets out if you get a chance. And we'll be back 2 weeks from tonight with another Meadow set.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.